Welcome back to this series where we are interviewing all India ranked toppers from the JEE Advanced 2023 examinations. अब पिछला वाला एपिसोड आपने देख लिया है and I loved your comments there. We had an episode with Chid Vilas which you can go check out अगर आपने अभी तक नहीं किया है. But I know a lot of you were demanding for this. A lot of you wanted to hear Surya's story, who was the All India Rank 2 in the JEE Advanced 2023 examination. तो इसके लिए we have Surya with us today जो खुद अपनी स्टोरी हमारे साथ शेयर करेंगे. And let's quickly get started with this video. So, hi Surya, how are you? Good afternoon.
Hi Eknoor bhaiya, thank you for calling me.
How are you feeling, yaar? IIT Bombay first week.
It's very much enjoyable as expected.
Okay.
We enjoyed a lot in the last month.
Awesome. So, how does it feel different from the usual JEE days, yaar? When you were studying, I know, day in day out, and usually, that's the only main goal that you have in life. And suddenly, I know that feeling ki you don't have that immediate goal anymore, but you are able to enjoy the rewards of that hard work.
Yeah, actually, it is very different from the JEE days, and in the JEE days, the daily goal is only JEE and only studying is the only motive for the day. Now it is very chill. We can do anything and everything we want. Many options are there in this IIT Bombay.
Yeah.
So we can enjoy with friends at any time we want. Anything we can do here.
Awesome, awesome. यार हम में से सपने टूवर्ड्स अचीविंग योर गोल सब लोग देखते हैं. कई लोग जल्दी अचीव कर लेते हैं तो कई लोग मेहनत करते हैं उसके लिए दिन रात और उसकी तरफ पूरी क्षमता से आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं. यार ऐसे में टीचर्स का रोल बहुत क्रूशियल होता है एंड टीचर्स आर द गाइडिंग लाइट जो सेल्फलेसली हमें अपने गोल्स अचीव करने में हेल्प करती है. तो टीचर्स डे के मौके पे इस साल फिजिक्स वाला आपके लिए लेके आया है टीचर्स डे ऑफर. ये एक ऐसा यूनिक ऑफर है जो 3 से 12 सितंबर तक वैलिड है एंड ये है तोहफा तरक्की का. तो जो बैचेस अवेलेबल हैं वो बहुत हेवीली डिस्काउंटेड प्राइसेस पे अवेलेबल हैं. ड्रॉपर्स के लिए प्रयास जेई फास्ट ट्रैक बैच है जो 21 सितंबर से स्टार्ट हो रहा है. ये 2800 रुपीज में आपको फ्री प्रयास 1.0, 2.0 और 3.0 की सारी ऑफरिंग्स साथ में दे रहा है. लक्ष्य जेई फास्ट ट्रैक बैच क्लास 12th के स्टूडेंट्स के लिए ओनली 3000 रुपीज में एंड सिमिलरली अर्जुना जेई फास्ट ट्रैक बैच क्लास 11th के बच्चों के लिए ओनली 3000 रुपीज में. ये दोनों बैचेस भी 18 सितंबर से स्टार्ट हो रहे हैं एंड ये फ्री लक्ष्य और अर्जुना 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 की सारी ऑफरिंग्स एट दिस प्राइस आपको दे रहा है, which is great because ये सारे बैचेस आपको इंडिया के टॉप एजुकेटर्स का एक्सेस देते हैं एट वेरी लो प्राइसेस जो फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, मैथ्स में परफेक्ट हैं. क्लासेस 6 डेज अ वीक होंगी एंड 3 लाइव लेक्चर्स होंगे आपके पर डे. साथ ही डेली प्रैक्टिस प्रॉब्लम्स विद वीडियो सॉल्यूशंस इन क्विज फॉर्मेट आपको मिलेंगे. पीडीएफ नोट्स हर क्लास के पीडब्ल्यू ऐप पे आपको मिलेंगे एंड स्केड्यूल्ड टेस्ट विल बी हेल्ड अकॉर्डिंग टू द प्लानर जो इन क्लासेस का होगा. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस यार जेई नीट के लिए आपको पॉकेट कोर्सेज अवेलेबल हैं जो सिर्फ 49 रुपीज में हर चैप्टर के लिए 1 शॉट वीडियोस एंड प्रैक्टिस शीट हैविंग 50 क्वेश्चंस इन क्विज फॉर्मेट एंड टेस्ट सीरीज. ये सब आपको मिल जाता है ओनली 49 रुपीज पे. इन सब बैचेस के यार अपनी बुक्स हैं, मॉड्यूल्स हैं जो आप परचेज कर सकते हो नीचे दिए गए लिंक इन डिस्क्रिप्शन से. सो यू कैन गो डाउनलोड द फिजिक्स वाला ऐप एंड यू कैन यूज द code ES150 to get a 150 rupees extra discount over these low prices. तो ये कूपन कोड आप यूज कर सकते हैं. जल्दी जाओ इस ऑफर का फायदा उठाओ ताकि आप अपनी प्रिपरेशन एक नए सिरे से स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. All the links are in the description. All the very best. So let's quickly start with the questions that you guys sent in. I know a lot of you want many questions to be answered, but I have sorted down some major questions that can help all of you out. So Surya, I'll start asking them right away. And for this, let's take you back to the time when you were not a JEE aspirant. So we would actually like to know what was your motivation behind starting the preparation for IITs? Yeah, who introduced the concept of JEE or IITs to you?
Actually, I started in 8th class. Before that, I was studying in Sainik School, Kalikiri, where it was a normal school, and I observed that I was very much interested in maths and science and was studying a lot about it. And my brother was observing it, and he also was already preparing for JEE, and he advised me also to take this JEE preparation journey. And
this was in which class?
It was in 6th and 7th.
6th and 7th. So around 6th and 7th, you had your brother who noticed you having an interest in science and mathematics, and you got motivated by him to start your JEE preparation. So is it safe to say that you started the JEE preparation in 6th or 7th, or was the actual preparation started much later?
It was in 8th class.
Okay. So in 6th and 7th, you basically had an idea कि यार I will do JEE and IITs, but you started your preparation properly from 8th grade. Now there is one question that a lot of people always ask is कि अगर single digit rank लाना है, if you want to score like a single digit rank in the joint entrance examinations, do you have to start early necessarily? I mean, for some people even 8th is early. For some people they say 6th or 7th में चालू करना पड़ता है. And some people even say that 11th में भी करो तो भी चलता है. मतलब, have you seen friends around you who started in class 11? Do you think it is enough if somebody starts from class 11th and works hard?
According to my feeling, it is nothing big with starting at 8th class. It is totally usual. If you start at 11th also, it is very much possible to get single digit even if you start at 11th and continue and do the preparation very seriously. You can do it.
Got it, perfect. Which makes sense actually, and I think this is one question which I'm going to ask all the single rank holders, because this is a common myth that people have when they're preparing for JEE. And he said it right there. Of course, he has his friends here in IIT Bombay studying with the top single digit ranks who started in class 11th only. So, Surya, let's talk a little bit about when you started the JEE preparation. Did you drop out of school, or did you go to a regular school, or was it like an integrated program that you followed right in the beginning, let's say in 8th standard?
Something like intermediate between normal school and intermediate integrated program.
Okay.
So it was a little bit helpful. The integrated program was a little bit helpful, but it was not very much it is not very much totally based on JEE like that.
Got it. So it was basically somewhat a little flavor of JEE since the starting few days, some foundation level things in class 8.
It was very much fundamental things were covered in the school days.
Where were you studying? Can you share that with us?
I was studying in Sri Chaitanya, Hyderabad.
Hyderabad, awesome. I think Shedvilas is also from there, right?
Different branch.
Different branch, okay. Okay, so till now we got to know that he started his preparation somewhere around 8th, but not the proper preparation. 8th में थोड़ा सा foundation level सूर्य prepare कर रहे थे from his coaching cum school, and it was finally in class 11th, right, when you started the core preparation. So let's move to that, because most people watching us would be people who are either in class 11th or 12th and they've started their core preparation. So let's start with this. Let's get to know how your day was like in class 11th when you were preparing for the joint entrance examinations. Like, how many hours did you put in? क्या मतलब कितने घंटे? Did you study subject wise every day, या फिर did you study one subject in one day? So basically a day in your life.
So I started nearly at 6:30 to study every day.
In the morning?
Yes. Yeah. And till 10:30 in the night.
Okay.
So I really did very much hard work, I feel. And
yes.
4 hours for maths, 4 hours for physics, and allotted 4.5 hours for chemistry.
Okay, so this was all subjects every day?
Mostly I followed the same pattern.
Okay, so you were in the coaching and you used to go there and they used to manage ki un 4 ghante mein what will you study, and they used to give you like a timetable of sorts.
Yes.
So did you make your own timetables also during let's say holidays, self-study days?
Mostly I followed the institute's timetable in the working days. On holidays,
okay,
I used to study any one subject of my interest or any backlogs like that.
Okay, so during this like phase of class 11th, I'm sure you must have had like your share of learnings where you realized that this is not a good way of approaching a subject or learning, or this is not a good way of studying in the day. For example, you said ki I used to study all the 3 subjects every day. I think that's a great strategy, because at the end you have to prepare for all subjects and you have to like give your everything into all 3 subjects. Just to get an idea of the rough timeline you followed, so class 11th syllabus, which month did you approximately start and till when did you finish it, class 11th syllabus?
It started at nearly in May of 2021, and total syllabus of JEE was completed for the first time in nearly October of 2022. So
October of 2022, and you had your first JEE mains in?
January 2023.
January 2023. So, which is great actually. I mean, you took out time for at least 2 or 3 months to give it to revision properly. And I think that is important if you're somebody who's preparing for JEE. Taking out time for revising is something you have to pre-plan and keep in mind from day one. So, अगर आप पीछे lag कर रहे हो guys, this is a great time to realize that you need time in the end and you need to take out time in the end. Surya, I just wanted to also understand कि class 12th maybe did you have a similar plan? Did you have a similar timetable as class 11th? Or did you change any strategy? Was 12th any different?
Yes, after the total syllabus covered for the first time, revision has started.
Yeah.
From that, mostly I revised class notes of what was taught in the first time of teaching,
Okay.
and then solve as many as problems I can do in the revision time.
Okay, so your revision strategy basically entailed of you revising the class notes first and then solving as many problems as you can. So this was around, let's say, October to December of 2022. So after this, I just wanted to also understand, because a lot of people also want to know this, कि previous year questions, when did you start solving? Did you solve it side by side, or did you like solve it after all your preparation got over?
I solved the 2021 and 2022 advanced papers as mock tests at the final time, like last 1 month. And
Last
I
1
checked
month
myself.
of JEE Advanced.
Yes.
Okay, that is interesting. In fact, this is something which I also recommend very frequently. You should keep the final few years ke papers as final mock tests, because they can be the most clear indication of how prepared you are for very different and unique kind of questions जिसके लिए आज तक शायद आपने prepare नहीं किया होगा. And that is what the JEE Advanced exam is all about. You grasp concepts, you understand how to solve questions, but the trick is to understand how you solve questions that you have never seen before. And उसके लिए जो aptitude develop होता है वो आपकी preparation आपको सिखाती है. So that is a great tip actually, Surya. Let's now also talk about a down phase or a demotivation phase that I'm sure you had in your preparation journey, because that usually happens. मतलब you know, a lot of people feel कि all India rank 2 है या single digit all India rank है, तो कभी भी ऐसे बीटी नहीं आई होगी या फिर एकदम smooth गई होगी journey. I'm sure that wasn't the case, was it?
It was not actually like that, and maybe due to fear I was a little demotivated just before the first JEE mains, and I felt I should talk to teachers and rectify it as soon as possible. So I talked to my teachers, and my teachers helped me a lot.
Got it.
Talked to me, and they motivated me.
Got it, perfect. So you see, मतलब even अगर ऑल इंडिया रैंक 2 आने वाला है आपका, तो शायद आप डीमोटिवेशन फेस कर रहे हो, but talking to teachers, friends, families, that can be a great way of bouncing back and coming back, and ultimately realizing why you started this preparation is what gives you the energy and the motivation to work towards your goal. So Surya, let's also talk about the books and the materials that you used, because you know आजकल मतलब सबको ये लगता है कि भाई सही बुक मेरे को मिल जाए तो मेरा ही ऑल इंडिया रैंक 1 आएगा, ऑल इंडिया रैंक 2 आएगा. But that is definitely not the case, but it will still be good to know ki what books did you use also. Let's start chapter wise, subject wise. Let's talk about mathematics. What did you use there?
So actually mathematics I did not use any book. Our institute gives us assignments with problems sheets.
Okay.
So I used to solve them, that's it. I did not use any book for mathematics.
Okay, no book for mathematics. That is actually a very, very unique fact, because I never thought कि somebody who got an all India rank 2 would never have used any book, because you know one of the questions was that whether these single digit rankers solve foreign authors and these big fat books that you get for JEE. But that is evidently not the case here with Surya. Let's talk about physics here. What did you use for physics?
I used H.C. Verma,
Okay.
Physics Galaxy,
Okay.
and a little bit of Resnick Calendar to read some topics, some
Got it.
specific topics.
Got it. So again, these are like very standard books. Anything unique? वो secret recipe, secret ingredient?
No, nothing like that was there. With
By the way, which all subjects, or which subject did you score the highest in the JEE Advanced exam?
Chemistry,
Chemistry you scored full
116.
116 out of 100.
120.
120. Wow. And what was the second one?
Second one was physics.
Physics. What was that?
I don't remember.
Don't remember. But anyways, it was very near to full, because you got like 336, right?
Yes.
336 out of 365. मैं सोच भी नहीं सकता हूँ इतना JEE Advanced में कैसे कोई लेके आ सकता है. I was talking to Abhimanyu before this, and I got to know कि भाई इतना तो शायद मेरे JEE main के mock test में भी कभी नहीं आया होगा अगर मैं 360 में से दूँ. Which is great मतलब. Let's also talk about chemistry, Surya. What did you use for chemistry? Let's talk about physical chemistry.
Physical chemistry, I used a lot of Peter Atkins. I read it many times.
Peter Atkins, okay.
I liked it very much, so I read it very much. And
Got it. What about inorganic chemistry?
I referred very much less of JDL, and mostly it was my class notes. That's
Okay.
it.
So a little bit of JDL, but usually it was your class notes. And NCRT, I am hoping.
Yes. Inorganic
NCERT.
and organic, so physical very much. I
Yeah.
read NCRT very much,
Yeah.
many times.
And what about organic? Any specific books in organic?
Organic, Sometimes Peter Sykes, but mostly that was also my class notes I was referring to.
Okay, so a little bit of Peter Sykes, but that was also like not needed. Matlab, mostly class notes were
So I was very
sufficient.
much dependent on my teachers and class notes.
Which is great, matlab, and this is something you guys should definitely learn from, because most of these coaching institutes, they know exactly how the JEE preparation goes. JEE में exactly क्या पूछते हैं ये teachers अपने experience से जानती हैं, especially if you're from a somewhat reputed institute also, क्योंकि आप अगर उन पे बैंक करोगे, अगर आप ट्रस्ट करते हो अपने टीचर्स पे, दैट कैन गिव यू ग्रेट रिजल्ट्स यार, एंड दैट इज समथिंग यू शुड डेफिनेटली फोकस ऑन मोर देन जंपिंग टू बुक्स. आई सी अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु want to skip to books, want to skip to big books, but evidently that is not what gets you top ranks. अगर आप focus सिर्फ अपने class notes और teacher के पढ़ाए हुए concepts पे भी करते हो, given you're from a decent institute, तो फिर that is more than enough. So that is a great point and a great takeaway point that people should definitely learn from this interview. Okay, so one problem which is common with every JEE aspirant is backlogs. You know, you try to plan something that you want to finish in a specific time frame, but you end up like losing out on time, or you end up giving more time to some XYZ subject or topic, and कुछ चीज़ें रह जाती हैं, you leave some topics behind. So in backlogs को cover करने का, what is your go-to strategy? Because I'm sure you had that as well when you used to miss topics.
I
And
too had many backlogs,
Yeah.
and I worried a lot about it
Yeah.
in my preparation.
okay,
And I tried to cover it in my vacation or holidays if possible.
okay,
But actually it was very much backlogs were very much negligibly covered after that time.
okay.
Uh,
So you try to cover it during the weekends, but usually it was after October when you finish the entire syllabus. So जो बचे हुए backlogs थे, you focus on that. Okay.
and actually after October also I did not cover very much of the backlogs.
Okay.
My teachers gave me assignments at the revision time which were needed. They were giving me, and I just solved it and went to the exam.
Awesome. Again, a very important point to be noted is कि आप backlogs में अगर panic अभी से करोगे उसका कोई point नहीं है. During your revision phase, you can directly solve questions, and during those questions or solving assignments, you can actually understand whatever parts you missed, and आप सीख जाओगे कि उन topics को कैसे करते हैं. That is a great way to get rid of backlogs. So there, right there is the strategy for backlogs, जिसके लिए आप बड़ी-बड़ी videos देखते हो. It's that simple. And बाकी side by side, if you're getting time over the weekends, try to finish it as much as you can. Let's talk about distractions. Now, you know, 17 years old, 18-year-old people studying all in such an age जहाँ पे you have internet at one hand and you have friends on the other hand, you have so much to cater to, and आपको पढ़ना पड़ रहा है. You know, you have people your age who are partying, you have people your age who want to just not study at all. You know, मेरे स्कूल में friends थे जो इतना तो नहीं पढ़ सकते थे दूर दूर तक जितना JEE के लोग पढ़ रहे थे. So all this creates distractions for sure. How do you tackle distractions during your JEE days?
So I may be very safe because I was a hostler and did not have a phone. And
Okay.
I think my very important part of my success was my determination that which carried me along the way, that whenever I wanted to study, I used to study
Yeah.
without a lot of distraction. So
Yeah.
determination is the important thing for crossing the distractions.
I think that's a great point. If you are determined enough, if you are committed to your goals, no distractions can come in your way, and use that as a tool against your distractions. Perfect. Let's also talk about your long study hours, Surya, because you yourself said, I think you got up at 6:30 a.m. in the morning to start your studies, and that went on till 8:30 p.m. at night?
10:30.
10:30 p.m. till night. So those are like some very long hours that you put in every day, and that kind of hard work, of course, requires determination. But how do you tackle those long hours? Did you take like regular breaks? What did you do to charge yourself up between those few hours?
I was taking a nap in the lunch break, which was very useful.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will be very sleepy in the afternoon times, which is a very big problem in JEE preparation.
Yeah.
So I suggest nap in the lunch time for everyone. I think it is better to take breaks in the weekend, like only on Sundays.
Yeah.
Just go for a movie or talk with friends. It will be nice. It will be effective for all the week, even for long hours.
Awesome. I think these are great tips. Sleeping in the afternoon, that is something I was never able to do, but our teacher also used to recommend that कि भाई दोपहर को एक बार सो लो तो तुम charge up हो जाओगे. So if that floats your boat, you should definitely try taking a nap in between. Like he said, try to take out time on Sundays where you get holidays. You can refresh yourself, go out for a movie with friends, chat with your family, do such things, because अगर आप ये नहीं करोगे so there's a chance you might end up burning out yourself. So thank you for that, Surya. I have just one last question. They say that JEE teaches you a lot of things for life. It's not just studies. And I'm sure your JEE preparation taught you things that you are taking along forward in your life. And there are a lot of lessons that you would like to share with people who are watching this. There are young aspirants who dream of achieving what you've already achieved, and they want to hear what you have to say for them. So all the mics for you. You can talk about whatever you learned, what tips you want to share with these guys.
Yeah, many people may be thinking that why this much hard work for JEE, or there will be many other colleges even without JEE. But actually, if we clear JEE, it will be a very good. It will give you very much confidence for your whole life. It will be very helpful for your whole life for success.
Yeah.
And so, I advise to try to clear JEE and then start your life again. Okay.
That makes sense, actually. That feeling of achieving what you set your eyes on.
It is the very important part of doing JEE preparation, I guess.
Right. I think भाई वो जो satisfaction आती है ना लाइफ में जब तुम एक गोल सेट करते हो अपने लिए, you work through all the difficulties, सब ups and downs अपने overcome करके finally you make your friends proud, your family proud. That kind of thing makes you confident about yourself throughout your life. That prevents you from getting demotivated in later parts of your life or towards whatever you want to achieve or whatever you dream of achieving in your life. So that is a great note to end this on, Surya. Thank you so much for taking out time for this interview. And hopefully we'll be back with another video. Let us know in the comments if you have any more questions for Surya. We will try to answer all of them in your comments. And Surya OP likh do chat mein. And Surya, do you want to tell them to subscribe to the channel?
Yes, like, share and subscribe Eknoor by us.
Awesome.
Channel.
So thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep preparing and machate raho. Bye-bye.
Grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable.